Hello, citizens of the planet. Welcome back to Monday Musings with Larry Lelli. And this week, I'd like to talk about the workshop of that brand new Broadway bound musical that I've been working on for the past month. This is our final week. We have just a couple more days before we perform the show in its entirety for all of the investors and producers that are coming to see it. It's been a very intense period, a very challenging period, a very fun and creative month. What I wanted to talk about this week is just how intense it is right now. We're fully staging this piece. Usually a Broadway musical gets about 6 weeks of rehearsal before it goes into the theater. This one we've had about 3.5, and it's basically fully staged. We're using minimal sets, and we don't do the whole tech period that we usually get with a real show. I mean, with a full-blown production. But this is just a notch under a full-blown production. Putting a 2.5-hour show together is an enormous undertaking. Figuring out where the scenes go and where the songs go and what the songs need to be and what the scenes need to be and how to get from a song into a scene and then from into the scene into the song and into the next scene, and all these transitions. So we're playing a lot of it without any music most often. We're making stuff up in the room on the stage as the director is deciding, okay, we need about this many counts of music so that I can get the actors off the stage from that final pose and get the new actors on the stage in the scene and get the set rolled on and the props put in place and all that stuff, what we call the scene change music, which is hopefully music you don't necessarily realize that's happening, which kind of covers up these transitions while other things are happening. That's the glue that kind of holds the whole show together. So that's the stuff that we're figuring out so much all this week. We come up with weird things to call sections so that we all know what it is, even if there isn't music written. Or even if there is music written, so that we can start from any one of these transition sections or any section of a song. It's got a label, and it doesn't always go with a lyric, especially if it's a transition music and there aren't any lyrics. We just label each certain section of music with a certain name that usually the choreographer or the director will come up in the room because it makes sense with what they're doing. And I wanted to tell you one of them because it's so funny, but I really shouldn't. But some of the names that I can remember are Big Build, The Big Build, or Taps, or Fantasy. We come up with some funny names for these so that the choreographer or the director can yell, okay, let's take it from Unga Bunga. And we all know what that means, and we all know where to start, and then they can just count it in, and we all start from there. So it's quite a hectic process, but I love it. It's so much fun. And our cast is amazing. We have some of the most talented performers in the city. It makes me so grateful to get to be a part of this business because these people inspire me so much. They are so talented. Okay, anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week and tell you how it went. I know it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, see you next week.